I got the latest issue of Doctor Who magazine in the mail. This is issue number 572 with a cover price of $14.50, it says up there. I paid $11.74, counting shipping. Since about 2015, I've been getting my issues of Doctor Who magazine, for the most part, from an eBay seller named Applemac, who I recommend. And the seller only has like the recent issues, maybe a couple months old. These are from the UK, so I believe this is the current issue. Like if you were to go to Barnes & Noble in the US, I believe this is the current issue as of today, February 22nd, 2022. It may possibly have 573. The next issue may already be out. That one has Jodie Whittaker and Angel on the front cover, I believe. I noticed a couple U.S. sellers had those on eBay at the moment today. So it's possible it's out already in the U.S. And then the next issue, 574, is not out in the U.S., definitely. That's the March 2022 issue. And that one has Colin Baker on the front, which I'm looking forward to. This one has a giant double-sided poster inside. I've not opened it yet. This one, I have other videos where I've shown my unboxing or unbagging of Doctor Who magazine, and this one has a little different bag. It might be easier to open because it kind of, in the side here, it is a little loose, so maybe I can just pry it open. It's different how they normally have it. Let me show you a usual bag. This is issue number 570, which came out a few months ago. This was actually a pretty cool issue. It had a cover price of $20 for the US, and I got it from that eBay seller for like 13 something. And later on, if I had waited, a month or so, he kept discounting the price. So, it had gotten down to like, $10 or so, which was a great buy. This one, I always recommend using a pair of scissors and cutting the top like so. Putting a little hole in there, if you've seen my previous videos about this, and cutting it along the top, and not doing it from the bottom, because if you do it from the bottom and you're trying to store them later, all the stuff is going to fall out the bottom. So yeah, 570 was a pretty cool issue. Now let me show you what that was like, since it's already opened. If I can get out all the stuff. It had a ton of bonus stuff. And like I said, if you bought it from that eBay seller, you would have gotten it for the same price as a regular issue. Pull all this stuff out. So it's really cool when Doctor Who magazine comes with a bunch of bonus features. So like I said, this was number 570. And this was, usually the subscription copies don't have any cover type like that on it, with all that lettering on it. They come like that. And so that's the issue itself. And then you had this bonus magazine that came with 570, The Making of Series 12. Now, as I've mentioned probably in previous videos, I've not yet actually seen any Jodie Whittaker stories. I always wait to get them on DVD, and I've just never gotten the DVDs yet of any of hers. And I'm thinking I might just wait, because usually now they've been putting whole seasons of a Doctor on one thing. You can get them for like $20. I've noticed they've had that for, Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. So instead of buying them separately, I might just wait and until her whole box set comes out, and get it all in one go. Might be cheaper that way. And this was a little interesting thing that I never put together these things, but this had a sort of thing where you can build your own TARDIS, I guess. Oh, and then you use the cutouts to have the center of it. And there's the Doctor's coat, and so on. It has directions of how to do this. This little diagram thing, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't think. I'll just put it all back in the bag, and we'll set that aside here for now. And here was another recent issue. This was the issue after that, 571, Winter 2021. And I just got this maybe just a couple weeks ago, also from that seller, and I've not even read the issue yet. But it was pretty looked pretty cool as I flipped through it. So there's some of the contents. 5 Faces of Doctor Who. That was about the rerun, or the repeat season. That was in the early 80s when Tom Baker left and Peter Davison took over. They had a little repeat season. And then there's the comic strip. Planet of Fire, which was introduced Perry and Nicola Bryant, played by Nicola Bryant, and so on. So that's 571. And before I get to 572, these were some other ones that I also got from the seller. Now these ones had a little wear on them, and which he mentioned in his eBay description. This one is normally $14. This is part of the special edition series. It's a seasonal, released seasonally. It comes out like 3 or 4 times a year, and it focuses on one topic. So this particular issue, the topic was directing Doctor Who, and this issue is number 58. The first issue came out in like 2001 or 2002, so I probably have about half of them. I don't have all of them because they're a little more expensive than the regular issues, but they are cool, and they just focus all on that one subject, or whatever the subject is. And a more recent series they've started, which replaced their Doctor Who Essential magazine series, was Doctor Who Chronicles. This is the 3rd one that they've released so far. Previous ones were, 1965, I think, and 1975, maybe? I can't remember. Oh, it probably says in here. But this one was 1983, all about Peter Davison's, actually the show's 20th anniversary, but sort of near the end of his run. Sort of in the middle, I guess. His next to last season. And it's pretty awesome. Alright, and now, the hard part. Getting this thing open. 572. Let's see, how do I want to do it? While I ponder this, let me pause it for a moment. Okay, as I looked into this part here looks like I could just spread it apart, but the bad part is it's really sticky up there. So I may just want to cut it instead. So let's see how I can do this without destroying the bag. Let me get a pair of scissors here and see how this goes. Because this might be better to cut. Whoa. To cut rather than tear. Just got to make sure I don't actually cut the magazine. Because if I have it all sticky at the top, that's going to be a problem if I keep trying to open up the issue. I think this is the way I'm going to do it. And it's best to do it from the back. That way you're it's not messing up the front, at least. Whoa. Uh-oh, I did mess up a little bit there. Well, let's see here. There we go. This is going to work. Okay. Hopefully I didn't cut the cover. So, the reason I did it that way is if I had kept tearing it, this part right here is really sticky. So I don't want that to stick to the magazine. So this way at least it looks like it's all together. Let's see how that looks from the front. So yeah, you can't even tell from the front that it's been cut. You look on the back, you can tell it's been torn there. That was about the best I could do though. But now you can just slip out the issue. Hopefully you can. Let's see if we can do that. Well, first I'll get the little thing out. This is the poster. So there's the poster right there. Maybe that'll free up some room here to get the actual issue out. There we go. I guess it wasn't torn all the way. And ta-da! It's like a Christmas present. So obviously this issue came out around Christmas time. shortly before Christmas, and that's why it's bagged that way. It's sort of like unwrapping a Christmas present. That's pretty cool. New Year, New Fear, to advertise the New Year special. So again, it's February 22nd here, so it's a little bit late for the U.S. market, but oh well. So I'll set that outer wrapper aside. Let's see here. I look like a line, but that's probably the poster. Now you gotta be careful with these posters sometimes, because trying to get it all in, these edges can be kind of fragile sometimes, and they can easily tear. So let's see if I'm able to get the whole poster in frame. Doesn't look like I am. Whoa. Don't want to get the rest of my room in here. But yep, there's the poster. It's pretty huge. Let me see if there's anything on the back. Yep, and there's a poster on the back as well. So that's the back poster. The reverse side of it. Let me pause this again. Alright, so that's the poster. So now I'm going to fold it back up. And they always have, I've mentioned before, they always have posters in Doctor Who magazine. And I'm not a kid who puts up posters or anything, so I've never actually used one of these posters. They always just slip inside each issue that I have in my boxes. But I suppose some people use them. Alright, here's the issue. Here's the back cover ad. Another Christmas themed. And again, this is like a subscriber's copy cover, where it doesn't have all that lettering on it. And stuff about the New Year's Day special. Do I get that in higher, I guess? Maybe like so. The letters page. I always like this page where it just talks about a single year, or a single month, I guess, in the single day it looks like, this month in 1986. It always talks about something happening in that particular year. And this is always talking about people who've been in Doctor Who, like people who've passed away, or people who, actors and stuff, if they have something else that they're in currently. This is the, the chart of where Doctor Who had placed in the charts, number 8, it looks like. And more about the new series. That's scary looking. And like I said, I'll know more about these after I've actually seen the stories. Which was kind of true. I remember getting info about some of the David Tennant episodes, for example, before I actually saw them. So it's not that unusual for me. Christmas presents. Collecting Doctor Who toys and books and toys began with childhood Christmas presents. That might make a good thumbnail if it shows up on YouTube. There's another one. Scary looking image. And I'll have to read some of these articles to figure out what they're about. I have no idea. Is it cosplay? Is it what's going on? I don't know. Some of the Doctor Who DVD stuff. And the comic strip. For $11.71 or whatever it was that I paid, including shipping, it's a good bargain, I think. I used to, there was a time where I stopped getting Doctor Who magazine. I just kind of thought, well, it's focusing on the newer stuff. I'm not as into the new stuff, blah, blah, blah. But then I found from personal experience that later on, I regretted not having got them. You know, it was like, oh, now I have to try to track all these issues down. I'm still missing about a dozen issues or so from issue number 1 to 571 or 572 now. So I'm trying to get some of them. It's a little can be a little difficult if you don't want to have to pay a lot for them, especially with some of those special edition issues that I mentioned before, the early ones especially. That would make that's a nice little big finish artwork there. The audio dramas. The DWM Christmas quiz. Huh, that should be interesting. Alright, and so that's the issue. I'm actually missing this one right here. Well, Christopher Eccleston. I think it's like, you know, from the entire Jodie Whittaker and Peter Capaldi eras, I think I'm only missing this issue and then 550, 551, and 552, which happened at around the time of, you know, early 2020 during the lockdowns and stuff. So that issue never made it to my areas, and I don't think Apple Mac, the eBay seller, ever got it, you know, at the time either, because everything was locking down. Anyways, so that's the issue with its little outer sleeve and its poster. And like I said, regular cover price if you were to buy it at Barnes & Noble, which is one of the few places that carries it these days, outside of maybe a comic shop might carry it. I guess you could probably advance order it through previews. Cover price is $14.50. You know, if you look around on eBay, you could probably get it for a little cheaper than that. At least for now. Sometimes you get them if you get them through secondhand sources, though, they'll be missing some of these things. People have already torn open the bags, and sometimes the bags get thrown away, you know, and so forth, and then you're missing out on some of the extras that come with these issues. So there's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.